Alright guys, thank you for joining me for episode 2 of our video series where we're unlocking the entire fretboard on the guitar. Episode 1, if you missed it, was all about learning your major scales and 6 different positions. So if you don't know those, go check that video out. There'll be a link up here at the top. Episode 2 is all about learning essential chord voicings that you can move all over the fretboard. So let's go. Let's learn something. Okay, so essential chord voicings. So these are going to keep the same 5th and 6th string roots that we used in the other video for the major scales. So you can move them around anywhere that you want to. And the first 2 chords we're going to talk about are a major and a minor triad. So a triad is a 3-note chord. So you have the root, a major third, and the 5th for a major triad, or the root, a minor third, and then the 5th for a minor triad. So the only note that's different between the two is the third, or the middle note. So where those notes come from is the major or minor scale. So you have the root, which is your starting note. It's also what the chord is called. So in this case it's C. Then you play up to the third, so 1, 2, 3, which is the note E. Or if you're playing minor, it's going to be E flat. And then you play up to the 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is G. So for both of them, it's going to be G. So let's start with the major triads. So we're going to start on a root. Then on guitar, we're going to double some notes and we're going to spread them out. So on a piano, you might see them stacked, just C, E, G, just like that. On guitar, it's kind of hard to do things with that. So what we normally do is we'll spread it out so we can utilize more strings. So again, starting on a root, C, then the 5th is G, and that's the 5th fret on the 4th string. Then we have another C on the 5th fret on the 3rd string. Then our major third, which is E, that's going to be the 5th fret on the 2nd string. And then lastly we have another G, which is the 3rd fret on the 1st string. So root, 5th, root, major third, 5th. On the 6th string root, we're now in the key of G, but it's the same concept. So G is our root now. Play up to the 3rd. It's the note B. And then if we play up to the note, or to the 5th of the chord, that's now D. So we have G, B, and D for our 6th string voicings for the major triad. So the root's on the 3rd fret, the 5th is the D again, and that's going to be the 5th fret on the 5th string. We have another root, which is G, that's the 5th fret on the 4th string. And here's where it's different. The major third now is on the 4th fret on the 3rd string. And we have another 5th, which is D again, and that's the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And then we have another root, which is the G, so that's the 3rd fret on the 1st string. So on the 6th string you get root, 5th, root, major third, 5th, and then root again. For the minor triad, again, we just take the 3rd of the note, of the chord, down 1 fret. So our roots and our 5th say the same. So 5th string, 5th, root, And then minor third is going to be the 4th fret on the 2nd string. That's E flat. And then we have another 5th, which is G. So C, G, C, E flat, G. You'll also notice that's like the major chord shape on the 6th string. So on the 6th string, if you play this shape, it's a major chord. If you play it on the 5th string, it's a minor chord. So moving to the 6th string, again, take the 3rd down. So our 3rd was on the 3rd string. We're going to take that down to the 2nd string, so to the note B flat. So the easy way to think about it is we're just going to play the same chord, but take your middle finger off. So the root, 5th, root, minor 3rd, which is the B flat on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and then the 5th, and then the root again. So with these chords, you don't have to play the full chord shape. Even though we've got all these strings, you don't have to play every single one of them. You can break it down into smaller chunks of any combination you want. Same with the minors or the 6 strings, or you can even take the low notes off, just play the first few strings. That's all fine. It's all the same chord since we're doubling notes. You just need a root, a 5th, and a major or minor 3rd. So the next chords that we're going to talk about are 7th chords. So we have 3 different kinds of 7th chords. We have a major 7th, a dominant 7th, and a minor 7th. So a 7th chord is a 4-note chord. So we take the same major and minor triads, but then we add a 4th note to that, which is the 7th scale degree. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the note B for a major 7th. In the key of C here, sorry, on the 5th string. If you do it on the 6th string, we get F sharp. So it's G, B, D, F sharp. So let me go back to the 5th string now. The common way to do this is to take the root note on the 3rd string down 1 fret to the 4th fret, so that's your B. So you get the root, the 5th, then the major 7th, which is your B, and then your major 3rd. And then again, you can play the 5th on the 1st string if you want to, and just adds another note to it. But it's not necessary since you're already playing that note in another register. To do that on the 6th string, you can put the 5th with your pinky, but what we'll most commonly do is we'll take this note off and just mute that 5th string. So you get the root and then mute the A string or the 5th string. Then we have the 7th, which is F sharp. Then the 3rd, 5th, and then the root again. And again, that 1st string root you don't really need. You can just play the root 7th, 3rd, 5th and get the full chord. For a dominant chord, that is a major triad with a minor 7th. So the minor 7th, just like the major 3rd to minor 3rd relationship, it's going to be 1 fret lower than your major 7th. So in the case of C, it's the note B flat, and in the case of G, it's the note F, natural. So for C, we have the same root, same fifth, but now it's the 3rd fret, which is that B flat, and then we have the major 3rd again. So again, that's a dominant 7th chord. You'll see it written as just C7. To do that on the 6th string, again, you don't have to play all of it, but you can if you want to. It just helps thickens things up. So that you have the root, the 5th, the dominant 7th on the 3rd fret, which is F natural, and then the major 3rd, the 5th, and the root again. And again, just like the major 7th voicing, if you wanted to omit the 5th and the 1st strings, you can do that and just play the root, 7th, 3rd, and 5th of the chord. Now, our last chord voicing we're going to talk about is the minor 7th. So that's a minor triad with a minor 7th. So we keep the same 7th as we did for the dominant chord, the B flat and the F natural. But now we have the E flat for the C minor. So you have the root, the 5th, the minor 7th, the minor 3rd, and then the 5th again. Then for the 6th string, you have the root, the 5th, the minor 7th, the minor 3rd, the minor 5th, the 5th, and then the root. So that one you can bar all 6 strings and then just play like a power chord on the bottom if you wanted to. So to recap all of that, you have C major, triad, C major 7th, take the 3rd string down to the 1 fret, C dominant 7th, take it down 1 more fret to the 3rd fret, and then C minor 7th, take the 2nd string down 1. For the 6th string, same concept. You have the major triad, the dominant 7th, the major 7th, take your 4th string down. Then the dominant 7th, take it down 1 more. Then minor 7th, take it your 3rd string down. Then again, these you can move around anywhere to any fret. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing so I have more lessons out in the future. Also, down in the description box, remember there's free PDF downloads for everything we covered in the video. So the link will take you to my website, joshuaparkermusic.com. There you can download the PDFs, you can inquire about lessons, or see all the music that I've released as well. Alright, have a good day. Thank you.